Hi, Topolino number 3132 just came out, and with it we get the PK robot, which is the giant robot that Donald here drives and that can combine with the PK transformer, the motorbike that we've seen in the previous reviews. So let's see what we get. We have the comic book, the giant robot, and on the back we can see all the features of the giant robot and the instructions on how to build it with the motorcycle. So what we do is we pull out the robot from the card, we pull out the comic and see how good they are. So inside the comic book we have, for starters, the cover, which depicts the robot that we've got as a premium toy. And as some of you have noticed, this robot here appears in the Il Ragionero story, but that story ended in the last issue, so we have not new chapters of the Il Ragionero. Instead, we have a few comic stories here about Donald Duck, Uncle Scrooge, and other characters. We have Indiana Pips once again, which is the goofy equivalent of Indiana Jones. And the last story of this issue is drawn by... come on, where is it? Okay, should be this one. It's drawn by Giorgio Cavazzano, which is, in my opinion, but not just my opinion, the best comic book artist in the Topolino history. He's been very, very important in this comic history. And you can see the arts are just fantastic, just awesome. And of course we get a few commercials, a few advertising, and some toys on the back cover. And with the comic we've got this instruction sheet here, this minifigure and his own giant robot. Now let's start with the minifigure, which is a Donald Duck minifigure in his Paperinik outfit. This is a new outfit for PKs or Paperinik, which looks like some kind of a power suit, and he uses this in the comic in battle. Oh, focus please. Come on. Okay, you can see him. It's a nice version, a little bit more modern, I would say. And you can notice on his forearm those two tiny peg holes. Those two are there to fit the X-Transformers shield, which came with the regular PK 4 issues ago. So you can take the shield off the regular figure, this one, and give it to the new version of PK. Pretty cool, and the two figures are in the same scale, which is really nice to see. Now, aside from the minifigure, which is really cool anyway, we've got the main meat and potatoes of this toy, which is the giant robot itself, which is called PK Robot. The PK Robot is a giant robot with an opening cockpit here. Inside the cockpit we have some control sticks and a peg to fit our there's a peg there for a foot of the minifigure to fit on. So you can put your new PK figure, focus, okay, and have it control the giant robot like this. And it looks fantastic, I have to say. Also, we have a few minor features on this giant robot. First of all, the articulation, which is ball jointed shoulders basically. The arms can go in and out, forth and back, and rotate at the biceps, both of them. Really cool. We have a giant fist on one side and some Gatling guns, I would say, on the other side. Then we have this giant blue button on one wrist. If you push it, it will deploy a blade to use it into battle. And the last feature of this toy is not the last, the last but one feature of this toy are those two red buttons on top, which are spring-loaded missile launchers. Let's try them out, and they do fire. Pretty cool. And we have two more super features of this PK robot. The first one is this black object on the back of the figure, which you can remove, and you'll notice it uses the same two peg holes that you've seen on the forearms of PK, and that is because this is a new shield for PK. Let's focus on it, please. There you go. You can take this new shield and put it on the side, on the arm of PK. Come on. Okay, like so. And use it in battle. Or you can take the regular shield and store it on the back of the PK robot. Come on. Align the peg with the peg holes, and there you have it. Which is cool. But the last and more important feature of this toy is the ability to combine with the PK transformer, this motorcycle here. Let's start. We can take off the limbs of the PK robot, which are tight but not impossible, like so. You can take off the legs, like so, and you're left with those main components. Now, the shoulder can also separate from the forearm if you want. So, using those parts here, okay, the PK transformer and the two adapters that came with the last part of the PK transformer, there are a lot of combinations that you can create. We're gonna focus on the one that is shown on the instruction though. So, take out the motorcycle for an instant, put back the arms back together, and now, okay, leave this one aside and take the motorcycle, take the two adapters and connect them to the back wheel of the motorcycle, like so. Oh, focus. To those you can connect the legs of the robot, which have a peg hole on the side. I'm sorry for the constant loss of focus, but okay, there you can see, and attach them to the main body of the motorcycle. So now the motorcycle can stand, basically. We now split the front wheel just a bit if you want something like this, and we can attach the arms to the front wheels. Oh, come on. Okay, and this is our new configuration of the PK robot, which is pretty big, as you can see. Here is the regular minifigure. It stands pretty tall, and it's got even more articulation than the previous one. Now, the arm just came off, but you can rotate it, and this can move up and down. You have more articulation than before. So, again, this is just one of the possible configurations, or the possible combinations, but I think that's nice. Now, the PK Transformer, which is the motorcycle, on itself wasn't that great of a toy. It was cheap, so it was nice to have it. But the PK robot, which is this giant robot we've got and reviewed today, is just awesome. And the combination of the two toys just makes for a wonderful toy with tons of play value. And I think that's all. And if you want to see more of those toys, just subscribe to our channel and have a nice day.